It's not a submarine, it's a hovercraft. Got you. Away from Tarkov. Yeah, they've gonna freaking lock your account or something? Russia 2028 is going to tie together? Okay, so just correct me if I'm wrong here, and maybe this is me being a stupid streamer and I don't really know anything about video games. Okay. Hold the fucking phone. Did I just shoot that impact grenade? You can shoot grenades. Did I just do that? They were getting in their feels from this song. And I skipped it so you guys you aren't in your feels. It's a Tuesday. You guys don't deserve to be in your feels already. Oh! What? What is that guy? Starbucks. Starbucks, oh man, what do I get, bro? Oh yeah, the turkey bacon cheddar sandwich. It's the only place I can multi-stream. Do you remember when you played? Yeah. About a month or so ago. Damn. See, I don't know how terrible my terrible twos were, but I just know that I was like a spoiled little brat until I was like 10. Shit, I might be a spoiled little brat still. Shit. You know what? Now thinking about it, bro, I got the terrible 23s right now. That's what I'm on right now. What the fuck? The hell is that guy? What is going on right now? GG's. I'm actually... Well, fuck your state being bashed. Fucking states are bashed all the time, Miss Boo. I heard somebody jump. Wipe? Wipe is not going on right now, no. Hey, I look good in a maid outfit. Don't disrespect me like that right now. Should be soon, right? I'd say middle of July. I would say middle of July is when wipe will be. Now, I have no confirmation of that, but that is my assumption. Okay, sick. Why is this real ID stuff so hot right now? You need it to fly. And a lot of Americans like myself don't have a real ID. Lancaster? Yeah, there's one in Lancaster. The problem is that's an hour and a half away from me, too. Oh, he does. Oh my god, I got him with that, bro. Gino, what a nade, bro. Hell yeah. Nice nade. Holy shit. Good shit, Gino. I just saw a guy up here. Scab. Bro, my Tarkov keeps crashing. I don't know why. I don't know how to fix it. It's a solid ass build too. And it's a newer PC. Who the fuck can fix it? I hardly ever do this. Oh, Jay, I would love to help you out. If you can come over here to the purple app and maybe type some of your questions out, or like the issues that you're having, and maybe somebody can fix it. I was gonna call Stints, but he's on vacation today, so I'm not gonna call Stints out of respect for his vacation. Now, Stints is the type of guy to answer on vacation, and I know he will answer, so that's why I'm not calling him. Why don't you practice talking to a few girls in chat? Because physical interaction is nowhere near chat interaction. That's also a really bad idea. I go there probably once a week. Yep. Gettysburg is where they had the Gettysburg Address. So no, you haven't. It is like, it looks so good. I've never had a bag of milk, so. Ew. A little bit of a pre-fire action. I've never seen a bag of milk. Can I just talk about how incredible that nade was, by the way? I'm just gonna let y'all know that was an incredible nade. Like, those are so hard to do. People that don't play Tarkov don't really know how hard that might be. That was really difficult. So that was pretty sick. See, let me put this in perspective if I can. Let's say we have a graph, okay? A graph like this. All right? And let's say you have the population. So this is the start of the wipe, right? And then the green bar represents actual players that aren't cheating, right? So let's just do the start of the wipe, you know, it's high. It's up here, right? Right here. Cheaters, for example, at the start of the wipe, down here, right? Cheater. Cheat. Okay? You notice that as time goes on with wipe, as any game does, you notice that there's always going to be a decrease the longer that the wipe goes on. I mean, you see it every single day. Right? And let's say the end of the wipe is, you know, all the way over here. So let's say we are somewhere around the lines of like right here, right? Because the player base is at a lower point, and that's just where we are in the wipe, right? And then this is end of wipe, and then it will like shoot back up again, right? Right here, the cheating situations. Now, here's the problem with cheats too. The more that wipe goes on, I'm a firm believer that cheaters in Tarkov actually play legit for the first few weeks, just because they want to see if they're good, and then they realize they're shit, and then they go back to cheating. Now, that's a conspiracy theory, but that's something I believe in. I do believe cheaters go back to being legit for the first few weeks of wipe, and that's why their number is so low down here, right? Cheat. So, for example, I think that as the wipe goes on, like start of wipe, it's somewhere down here, right? And then as wipe goes on, you see a slight increase in cheaters, right? Like this, when people are starting to die in their normal raids, and they're realizing that they're dog shit at the game. Now, I do believe we hit a point around mid-wipe, right? I would say right around here is mid-wipe, where we have more actual players than cheaters, but this mid-wipe point, I do believe the cheating situation goes down. However, the cheating situation does go down while the actual player base does go down, right? And now this is a really bad a very bad representation, because I do believe there's always going to be more actual players than cheaters. I mean, that's just how the cookie crumbles. But the reason that I feel like we see a lot more cheaters and stuff, especially late wipe, is because more people are relying on their cheats, for one. More people are not caring about hiding their cheats, right? Rage hacking is a great point. And I think the reason that we just see more cheaters at the end of the wipe is because the ratio is a lot more. So instead of, start of wipe where you have a 10-to-1 cheating ratio, right? 10-to-1, cheaters, right? Now you have right down here, you have like more of like a 4-to-1, right? And that right there means that there's probably a higher chance of a cheater being in your raid, right? If you go into a raid with a 10-to-1 ratio, you're going to run into more actual players. When you run into a cheater raid, or when you run into a raid, middle of late wipe, you run into something like this, which technically you're going to run into more cheaters. And that's kind of how that works.